Like you're better striker, you're better wrestler, you're better on the ground.
Yeah, and I have a 12-inch cock. I jerk off for weight cut because if you don't use it, you lose it. I love his hair.
Hey guys, it's me Hugo. I'm back with another video. Today with my friend Max, who's actually a doctor, a pilot, a linguist, and also
A sex worker.
a sex worker, and one of my professional teammates. We're both gonna be fighting in 2.5 weeks. Actually, when the video will come out, it's gonna be in 2 weeks. I already told you guys I'm gonna fight in my first video that I did. But now it's official. Yesterday I signed the contract, so I will be fighting at NFC 13 in Dortmund. It's gonna be a big event. I'm gonna fight there. One of our other teammates who's over there is gonna fight there, Toby Eilitz, and also Max is gonna have his 6th professional fight, right? I'm gonna have my 4th professional fight. Max is also 5-0. He's also unbeaten right now. It's just like I am. And we're gonna both have very interesting fights against similar opponents actually as well. I would say my opponent and his opponent are pretty similar in style, so it's gonna be 2 good fights in the bantamweight division, and I'm very excited for that. But today we also want to talk a little bit about the fight camp depression, about the struggles that come with fight camp. And that's why I have my teammate Max here, because he already done this 2 more times than I have done now. Like to have a real professional fight with a long fight camp, and he's been through it a couple more times. What I'm talking about is basically this window of 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the fight, where you're like low on calories, you're in a big deficit the whole time, and still you train twice a day, you train hard, you're tired, your body hurts. And now the question is, how do you normally deal with this feeling of just not wanting to train anymore, just waiting for the fight to be there and being like in a bad mood the whole time? How do you deal with that?
I try to think of staying disciplined, and I think I have to beat my opponent to be better than him, and do whatever I have to do to punch him in the motherfucking face. So I stay disciplined. Yeah, also try to learn English, but so far I'm not so successful with that. But I try.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get there for sure. And we're both gonna be in the UFC, so we need to practice our English for sure for the international stage.
Yeah, no translation all the time. Like
No translation.
all the guys who use translator all the time, it's not good. So I will try to talk English anyway. Anyway, or I will use Google Translator and just talk like I talk.
What you said about the just staying disciplined because you want to beat the opponent, I get that. For me, one thing I would say that helps me to get through this time is to really just think about it one day at a time. Like in the morning when you still have some energy, it's all good, we train, and then in the afternoon you have the drop, and then the evening practice is hard, but you just tell yourself it's just one more day. I can sleep tonight, tomorrow I have more energy again, and you just tell yourself tomorrow it's going to be better, tomorrow it's going to be better, and you tell yourself every day, and then at some point it's all over, and then it's fight day, and then all the hard work is worth it. So that's how I deal with it.
It's always the biggest ups and the biggest downs. One moment you feel like great, and then next moment like absolute shit, and you think, what the fuck, what is when nothing works that I do. But you have to stay calm in your mind and try to focus on the fight and what you do, and just trust the process.
Okay guys, we just got interrupted by our coach. He told us to stop fucking around and start punching each other in the face. So we just sparred for an hour, and now we want to continue with the topic of the video, which was the struggles of fight camp in a way.
I love his hair. It's beautiful.
So one more struggle of fight camp definitely is being hungry all the time. I don't know how it is for you. For me, I always think about food like 24/7.
Yes.
Unless I'm in the gym actually training, then I'm not hungry. But once I'm home, I eat, and then I'm hungry again. It's never like you're feeling full, you know? You always think about food. So that's one thing. Also, what we just talked about, Max asked me if I'm feeling cold all the time as well, and that's definitely the case. Yeah, let's talk about sex. I don't know how it is for you, but for me, I have no sexual drive when I'm cutting weight. I don't think about sex. I don't want to have sex. I just don't care about it.
I jerk off for weight cut.
For weight cut, right?
Every day 3 times. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. I don't even think about food. I only think about. In Germany we call it 12 gegen Willi. Oder yes,
why 12?
10 or 5 or whatever.
What can I tell you about my opponent? My opponent is 4-0 right now. I think he finished his last fight with the head kick. Also, guys, NFC, the organization I'm going to be fighting at, they just posted my fight picture. So now it's finally official. I'm going to fight on the same day as Max, so it's going to be a great day. You also saw my opponent. What do you think about the fight with my opponent? What can we expect from him?
I think you will have a big advantage in the stand-up and also on the ground with your elbows, better ground and pound. I think you will beat him in the stand-up, defend the takedowns and break him in the second round.
I think so too. I think I can finish him for sure. And I think with you also, I have a good training partner for my guy because he's the same height as you. And you're way better everywhere. Like you're better striker, you're better wrestler, you're better on the ground.
Yeah, and I have a 12-inch cock.
Just out of nowhere. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very good fight for me. And after that, I'm going to be 4-0. You're going to be 6-0. And it's going to be a very successful night for our team. About the whole event, you can look forward to good videos on his channel and also on my channel. We're going to document the whole thing, the whole weekend basically, how we're going to cut the weight, how we're going to rehydrate. I'm going to explain how to do a proper weight cut, so this time we can both make it, and how to rehydrate properly and how to really have all the power for the fight. And then we're gonna have a great fight. You guys are gonna have some great videos, some great behind the scenes, and everybody's happy. So until then, see you soon und bis zum nächsten Mal.